Hello, Wonderhussy here, roaming through the remote outback of the great state of Nevada. You can see I'm in another one of those vast and desolate sagebrush valleys surrounded by craggy, barren mountains with nothing around whatsoever except some wild horses. But as cool as wild horses are, and as excited as I get to see them, that's not enough to get me to drive way out here to such a desolate part of the state. No, sir. You know, I probably only came out here for, well, one of a few things. I'm either looking for a ghost town, a cabin, or a hot spring. Anyway, I knew I was coming up on the hot spring because I saw all these green grasses and reeds growing, which are markedly different from the rest of the landscape. But I also saw this sign: danger, hot water, warning, keep out. Let me just see. I do have my thermometer in the car, but let me just put my hand over the water. Okay, I do feel heat, but not unbearable heat. Okay, it is hot. In fact, I was gonna say real hot, but I don't know. That feels pretty good, man. That's like nice soaking temperature. Oh, look at that nice bentonite clay on the bottom too. Look at that. Them rich Bay Area liberals pay good money to smear this mud all over their faces, and here in the Nevada outback, we can do it for free. Ooh, it smells sulfury. Sulfurous. But I don't think this is where I would want to soak. I say I don't think this is where I would want to soak because, well, first of all, there's no soaking tub dug, and I'm guessing if people soaked here, if it was soakable, well, you know how those hot spring nuts are. They'll dig a pit anywhere. And to be honest, I don't feel like I need to waste too much time poking around because, well, there's another reason why I don't want to soak here, and that's because there's 2 hot springs here marked on the map and in the hot spring guidebook. The hot pools, it's a series. There's hot pools of the Northwest and hot pools of the Southwest United States. And, well, I'm in Nevada, so we are in hot pools of the Southwest. Okay, so I walked out closer to where the source of this hot spring is, and you can see steam is just wafting off of it. And then look at this creek coming out of it. It's crystal clear, that white silty clay bottom. I bet it's real hot. Oh yeah, I can feel a lot of heat coming off that. I was gonna say I'm not gonna put my finger in, but well, it's not that hot. I mean, it's hot. It's too hot to soak in, but you fill a bathtub or something with that, wait a little while, and that'd be nice. We can't really get into where the source is. It's fenced off for our own protection, but there is a place where we can take a peek in. Oh my lord, look at this hot spring. Oh my god. It is a bubbling and a boiling, and it's bright blue. I have never seen anything like this in all my hot spring days. Well, if it was the right temperature, it sure would be nice to plop my floaty. I'm not too bummed about it because it looks like there's a road that leads right up the hill, and I'll bet you anything that's where the other hot spring is. Okay. This is pretty freaking epic, even by my standards. Okay, I parked right here by an obvious fire ring where people obviously camp. There's a bunch of flat spots all over here. You could camp pretty much anywhere you wanted to on the edge of another vast sagebrush valley. And this sagebrush valley might be even vaster than the one we just came out of. We just came over that rise there in the distance. I don't know. I know the sun's behind it. It's backlit. You can probably see the road back there that we came over. So that first valley we were in is on the other side of that rise. This is valley number 2 and hot spring number 2. And it looks like a doozy. Gosh, I always feel like a kid on Christmas when I come to a new hot spring. Like, oh, is this going to be one of my new favorites? I like this a lot already, simply because of this friggin' landscape. I mean, if this hot spring is at all soakable, I'm guessing that stock tank is maybe where you're supposed to sit. Could you ask for a better view? And once the sun goes down, oh my god, Well, I was gonna say the stars are gonna be amazing, but I think it's a full moon tonight. So, oh, this whole landscape is gonna be out of control. Amazing. Oh man, this is one of those times where I actually don't want to be alone in a way. You know, this is one of those things you want to share with somebody else. Like, it's amazing stumbling on these things on my own and enjoying them and soaking in them. But every once in a while, I'll be honest, I'll let you in on a little secret. Every once in a while, I do get lonely and I do wish I had company. Anyway, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. I mean, I see steam coming from all over this meadow. There's a bunch coming from up there. There's a bunch coming from in there. It looks like there's a hot creek flowing through a channel here. Oh my goodness, there sure is. And then you can see there's a pipe here that's probably going underground, and that's filling the stock tank, although the stock tank, there's no water coming out of the pipe. Wonder how you remedy that situation. There's no valve or anything. It's got a real weak, funky little drip coming out of it. And well, I'll be honest, this doesn't look too appetizing. I mean, I can see where there is a wadded up plastic bag or something in there as a plug. So if I wanted to soak in here, I could let the water out and give her a good scrubbing. I do have a scrubby brush. And then there's also a sort of like a little scrubby here, a broom. But I don't know. Oh wait, what's this? Is this a valve? There's nothing to turn. There's no, the thing's broke off. Well, gee whiz, I just can't figure out how to turn this on. It looks like the, you know, like it's plastic, it's PVC, and the little flanges on the side broke off. So there's nothing you can get a grip on to turn it. And so there's no way to turn this tap on. All right, well, maybe there's another place we can soak, like a more natural pool that somebody dug. Let's keep exploring. Okay, well, there's like a little plank here, a bridge. And hopefully it's solid, because I'll bet you anything this water is hot underneath it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can feel heat coming off of it. Oh my god, it feels amazing though. It's hot, real hot. So that makes me think anywhere that you would want to soak would be downstream. But I don't see any pools. Well, we'll keep poking around. Oh wow, look at the view upstream. I mean, yes, it's backlit, but you can see how much steam is coming off of this. This is incredible. I gotta do a car porn shot. Look at this. Look at my campsite for tonight. Woohoo! Does it get any better than that? Okay, I gotta be real careful because, well, it's real marshy and boggy over there. And I definitely want to go check out where all that steam is coming from, but I'm going to stay on this hard packed dirt to get there. Okay, so I'm going up closer to where the steam's coming off, and off to the right now I'm seeing little ponds, seeps with just crystal clear water. Look at that. I mean, that is like ancient fossil water coming from who knows where in the earth, and I bet it's hotter than the dickens. A lot of potential at this hot spring. You know, if some friends came up for a weekend with some PVC pipe and some stock tanks, or I don't know, some claw-footed bathtubs, something like that, you could turn this into a soaker's paradise. There's so much hot water everywhere. Okay, gosh, this whole complex is fascinating, and I definitely want to go check out where the steam is coming off there. I definitely want to check out that bright blue pond, but look where I'm standing right now. This is pretty amazing. Look at this. I mean, look how deep that is. You just see the occasional bubble coming up. Crystal clear. I think that's bentonite clay on the bottom. That white, really pretty to me, white clay. And then this weird kind of greenish yellow algae starts growing on it as it goes down the creek. And then that greenish yellow algae gets a little greener, and then it gets a little oranger and browner, and oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh my god, I gotta get my shadow out of the shot. This is a tricky time of day to be shooting this. Oh my goodness, wow. I'm standing on this white, oh, it's gooey mud. I gotta be careful. I don't want to get my flip-flops all gunked up. Wow, this is like a clay. This is, oh, I gotta touch this. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to clean my hands. Look at this beautiful white pure as the driven snow, white clay. Oh my God, I bet that will suck every last toxin out of your body. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what sins you've committed, this seems to me would purify them. Gosh, now I really want to, if I can find a place to soak, like if I can find a place to immerse my whole body that's comfortable and safe, I'm gonna do a white mud pack on my whole body. Because let me tell you something, my soul needs purifying. Okay, now we can check out this. Well, to be honest, maybe I'm a perv, but I feel like this pool, sorry about my shadow, I can't go on the other side, it's all muddy. This pool's kind of shaped like a, well, you know what. Call me crazy. All right, I know this is gonna be too hot. Because I mean, you can see it just bubbling and boiling over there. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, and the steam coming off of it. Amazing. Huh? It's hot, but it's not like super, I mean, it is super duper hot, but obviously not like instant degloving hot. Oh my goodness, that's wild. I don't want to walk around all these other pools though, because I'm afraid this crusty stuff looks like it could collapse, but I do want to get closer over there because that is really bubbling. We'll go wide around, all the way around, give it a wide, safe berth. Safety first here on the Wonderhussy channel. Meanwhile, I'm wearing flip-flops. I guess I should be wearing Kevlar galoshes. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at this pool. So deep. So many bubbles coming out of it. So clear. Oh my God, this is like a hot spring paradise. Oh my God, the sound of this hot spring is amazing. Here's a little treat for my ASMR fans. I'm going to put the microphone over this and let you listen to the sound this hot spring is making. And this is just the earth, Mother Earth, making this sound. It's wild. How about that, man? To me, it's a very peaceful sound, although I suppose you could take it as ominous rather than peaceful because, well, it does indicate that there's forces brewing beneath the Earth's crust here that, well, might blow up in our faces one of these days. Hopefully it's not today. I'm planning to leave by noon tomorrow, so hopefully it doesn't blow up before, I'm going to say 2 p.m., so I'm at least a safe distance away. Okay, there's something really interesting in the background there that you might have already spotted. We'll go check that out in a minute. Before we do that, I'm going to hike all the way to the end of this hot spring field. Okay, so we're coming back down level with where that stock tank is. I just don't see anywhere that looks like it would be feasible to soak. I mean, there's some really pretty formations, and oh my gosh, look, here's another. Gosh, there's just so many of these super deep openings, portals into the earth. I mean, that looks like something out of friggin' J.R.R. Tolkien. Look at that. Wow, look in that hole. That's what she said. I don't know, maybe it is kind of intrusive of me to be poking and prodding at the earth's orifices. Oh my gosh, this mineral buildup is very hard, and it's actually hot to the touch. That's crazy. Well, I guess it's still kind of crumbly. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look, it's all kind of different colors inside too. Whew, hot inside. Fascinating. I don't know. I just hiked all the way to the very end of all this marshy stuff, and I still haven't come upon any place you could soak. Oh my God, it's the worst kind of torture being at a beautiful hot spring like this on a chilly day. I would love nothing more than to crack open a beer and get in one of these hot pools right now, but there's nowhere to soak. Oh, have I died and gone to hell? Oh wow, look over here just below that little bridge we crossed. A hot spring waterfall. Oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? Oh gosh, it's probably too hot to sit in, which is unfortunate because there's nothing better than sitting in a hot waterfall. I'm gonna go back up there and check out that really interesting formation we saw earlier. But I'm gonna have to stop at my car on the way up and get a sweater. It's actually cold. This is really unusual weather, in my experience, at this time of year in Nevada. Okay, it looks like we're coming to the mouth of the hot creek, and there is a lot of steam coming off here. Oh wow, look, it gets real deep here too. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a pretty deep pool. I'd guess that's at least 4 feet deep, maybe 3 feet. And that is very clear. So I wouldn't mind, I guess, soaking in that. There's not really any easy way to get in or out, and I don't know if it's the right temperature. See, this is why you got to be careful walking around. This piece at the edge here is just about to break right off and you'd fall right into that scalding water. We don't want to do that. I wonder why they didn't fence this off. They fenced that other one off. I mean, it seems to me there's just as much dangerous boiling water here. Maybe they figured most people wouldn't take the time to keep driving. It wasn't that much farther. It was like another couple miles maybe. And the road wasn't that bad. The roads to get here weren't that bad. They were very severely rutted. So you would need high clearance and probably four-wheel drive. And I wouldn't want to come here during the rainy season. But it really wasn't that hard to get here. Oh, look over here. It's like a dried up cave. Like, it looks like there maybe used to be a hot spring in here. And something happened seismically. And it went dry. There's one here. And one here. Oh man, and then there's this weird formation up on the hill. Yeah, there's all these weird dried formations here that, gosh, maybe at one time there was hot mineral water coming out of. And then it filled all these things as well. That looks like it maybe used to have something. Gee, I wonder what happened. Wow, it's like being on another planet, man. All these weird formations. Oh, and matter of fact, it's kind of like being on planet Earth in the year 2525, after all the water is dried up, you know. I'm poking around like these giant basins going, oh, golly, it looks like there used to be water here. Meanwhile, that one there was Lake Mead. That one there was Lake Powell. You idiot! You blew it up! Damn you! Remember Planet of the Apes? Okay, enough goofing around. Let's go check out this formation. I don't know if you did see this in the background of one of my shots, but I have had my eye on it pretty much since I got here. It looks like a little miniature fly geyser. You know, the famous fly geyser on the Black Rock Desert, which isn't too far from here. And then the Burning Man people actually bought it, and now you can't check it out unless you pay to take a tour. Well, this is just like a baby fly geyser. Look at that. This is wild. And then there's a little board here so you can walk right up to it. So it can blow up in your face and burn your eyebrows off. Look at this. Oh my God, it's just burbling out of the top. This is wild. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Aha! Look at the mineral buildup. I guess that's just from the water seeping out little by little, year after year. It doesn't seem like it's that hot. I don't see steam coming off it. Let's see. And you can see it's water is running down. It's not. Oh my God, it feels like salt. It's a very interesting feeling. Yeah, it's not super duper hot. I wonder why that is. Now I want to feel the. Oh God, this just feels real dirty. I mean, it is hot. Ooh, that was the hottest I've felt so far. All right, well, I feel like I've very thoroughly explored this complex. There is nowhere to soak other than that stock tank, and there's no way to fill that stock tank. Well, I have pliers with me. They're not very big ones. I feel like what I would need is a plumber's wrench to turn that valve. Okay, here's the tools I travel with. And don't laugh. This toolbox was a gift from a friend I met at a hot spring. Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, my wrench is missing. Oh, brother. I mean, I don't think... That's not going to do any good. That thing is way too... Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have a big enough pair of pliers or the right wrench. Wow, this thing won't budge. I get the impression it might be calcified with minerals. I mean, maybe it's been longer than I thought that since somebody's soaked in this hot spring. Dang it. Gosh, what I need is a handy boyfriend. Kind of like, you know how Sarah Jean Underwood, she was a Playboy model and then she got into like nature. She did all these nudes in nature kind of thing. And then I guess somehow she ended up meeting this dude who builds really cool cabins, off-grid cabins. And she just was going to do a photo shoot at one of his cabins for one of her sexy websites. But they ended up falling in love. And now they're a couple and they have a YouTube channel together. And it's, oh my God, it just makes you sick. They're so cute. He builds all these amazing cabins and she just gets to romp around and wear cute outfits and help him. I don't know if she actually helps him or what, but I need the hot spring equivalent of that cabin dude. So I can't remember his name, Jacob, I think. Hey, if you're watching this video, Sarah Jean and, gosh, I want to say Jacob, but I can't remember your name, I'm sorry. If you have any friends that are into hot springs, call me. It's really frustrating to basically admit that I need a man. You know, I'm always blathering on about how I don't need a man, I can do anything on my own, you know? Yeah, I have to hire a man to fix my car for me and hire a man to do any number of things for me, but I don't need a man. Well, looks like I do need a man after all. You know, now that I think about it, maybe the rancher, one of the local ranchers, purposely broke that valve because he doesn't want people soaking here. You know, that's a pretty good possibility. I don't know why else nobody would be taking advantage of this amazing hot spring opportunity. God, now I feel like a real estate agent. But seriously, there's so much potential here, and I don't know how I'm going to camp here all night long, knowing there's this hot spring paradise right next to me that I can't go in. It's going to be a real Zen exercise in patience. Kind of reminds me of, gosh, I don't remember who it was, Ram Dass, or not Ram Dass, one of those Indian gurus. Maybe it was Gandhi. In matter of fact, I think it was Gandhi. He used to sleep in the same bed. I know this sounds crazy, and you'll go, what? Gandhi? As in the Oscar-winning movie starring Ben Kingsley? Yeah, that Gandhi. He used to sleep in the same bed with 13-year-old girls, I think 12-year-old girls, as a test of his willpower. You know, just to, you know, I guess help him strengthen his will. So this, in a weird way, kind of reminds me of that situation. I'm going to have to sleep in the same bed next to this beautiful hot spring and not be able to soak in her. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to soak. Well, just like Gandhi, I survived the night sleeping next to something tempting and taunting that I just couldn't take advantage of. Now that I think about it, now I know how this guy I went out with once felt. He invited me to spend the night with him down in Laughlin, the resort town, at a hotel for like a bike rally or something. And I didn't know him that well, so I wasn't going to put out on the first date. But there was only one bed in the room, so we slept in the same bed next to each other. But he didn't get any. Now I know how he felt. Anyway, just because I wasn't able to soak in the hot spring doesn't mean I wasn't able to at least stick my fingers in its ooey gooey mud and try a mud pack. I've never seen mud like this. I mean, this is like snow white. I take really good care of my teeth, and I just got them cleaned, but they look really yellow. You know, like when you see those geisha women with the white face paint, like their teeth look yellow in comparison. Anyway, hopefully this mud's not radioactive. I'm hoping that quite the contrary. It's this new undiscovered kind of mud. Like, what if it's the fountain of youth? What if I wash this mud pack off and I look 20 years younger? Oh my God, wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, I'd never tell anyone where this hot spring was. I'd figure out a way to buy the property and bottle the stuff up and use it myself. Anyway, soak or no, it was an amazing place to camp. Just completely quiet, completely desolate, not bothered by anyone, except for the thought of these beautiful bubbling hot springs just out of my reach. And I might actually come back here again just to camp if I ever happen to be in this area again, which isn't likely because I'm in the middle of nowhere. But while I was walking around last night, I did find one pond that I think you probably could soak in if you were desperate enough. Okay, way up here in the back, above all the hot bubbling stuff, there is this natural murky, mucky little pond that I put my hand in it last night, and it was just kind of lukewarm, and you can see there's no crazy bubbles or anything coming out of it, but I don't know. It's the closest thing I found to something that you possibly could soak in. Oh, I thought that was a plastic bag. There is no litter here. Zero. I haven't found any. In fact, there's that fire ring over by me. There's not even, usually you'll find some beer cans, bottle caps in the fire ring. Zilch. Very clean hot spring. gorgeous location. Kind of a tease, you might say. But if, gosh, if you had the tools and the know-how, if you know how to, I mean, I know how to fix PVC pipe plumbing. I just don't have the upper body strength, man. I mean, I really tried to open that valve last night, and I couldn't do it. But if you do, if you're a man, or if you're a strong gal, and you wanted to come out here and fix this place up, I'm telling you, this could be amazing, off the chain. I mean, there's so much hot water here. You could have at least a few tubs, and oh my god, wouldn't it be great to have a bathtub out here overlooking this view? With the wild horses running around. Woo-wee! So if you're really into hot springs, hardcore enough, well, all I'm gonna say is this hot spring is in the book, The Hot Pools of the Southwest, and I'm just gonna say that it starts with the letter. And if you're really into hot springs, that's enough information for you to go by to find this place and come make some improvements. Because wouldn't it be cool if I did actually find myself in this part of the country again and thought, oh, I'll go camp by that hot spring. I know I won't be able to soak in it, but whatever, I just need a place to camp for the night that's peaceful. And I came out here and found that somebody had done improvements. Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be amazing? Anyway, I'm going to wait for my mud pack to dry. I'm going to wash her off, see if I look any younger, and then get back on the road, heading through this beautiful country of ours to my next destination. See you then.